Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by Apex Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Whiteley and welcome into your Golf Central update. Well, for the third time in his career, Stewart Cink has won the RBC Heritage at Harbour Town. His previous wins came back in 2000 and 2004, and Cink now joins Bryson DeChambeau as the only players to have multiple wins during the current PGA Tour season. And Lydia is back in the winner's circle for the first time in nearly 3 years. Dominated the field at the Lotte Championship, winning by 7 strokes, shooting 28 under par. And she was beginning to believe her best years were already behind her.
I think when you're in that position and it doesn't happen, you do doubt. You know, if I said no, I didn't doubt myself at all. I think that would be a lie. And hand on my heart, I know there were times that I wondered, hey, I don't know if I'm ever going to be back in the winner's circle. But I'm obviously grateful for everything that has happened in my career so far. And I believe that we're in the position that we're meant to be in. And I've just had an unbelievable and fun week here in Hawaii, and just to be back in that kind of position is obviously super cool. And yeah, I think with Jordan Spieth and Hideki Matsuyama winning the last couple of weeks, and I know it has been a while since they won as well, so that kind of gave me a little bit of hope, saying maybe I could kind of follow that trend. But when you're playing alongside the best female golfers, I know it's not easy, and I'm proud of the way I stayed patient along the way, and I know there's still aspects of my game that I need to work on, so just keeping it simple, and we keep moving forward.
And Michelle Wie West is back on the course, playing competitive rounds for the first time in almost 2 years. And she's staying busy off the course as well, coming up with a new hoodie that is taking the sports world by storm. Well, with that, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome in Michelle Wie West herself. Michelle, so great to see you. You have to tell us the story of how designing this hoodie came around and what the goal is with the Hoodie for Golf campaign that launches on Monday.
Yeah, I joined the board last year and was talking to Roberta Bauman about just initiatives that I wanted to start. Just noticed my bed behind there. It's not made. Sorry for the distraction. I just noticed that on the screen. But no, it's been really exciting. I've had a lot of ideas before, and Roberta and we just started to, chat a lot more about all the things that we could do. And I was really inspired by the WNBA hoodie and kind of how viral that went, and all the support that the NBA players and other athletes gave by just wearing the hoodie. It was like a badge of honor to wear it. It was showing that you support women's sports. So that was really inspiring, and I wanted to bring that to the LPGA. So kind of brought the idea to Roberta. She was all on board, really excited about it. While we were designing it, we're in the midst of quarantine, and really was big into tie-dye, and thought that would be fun. And we came up with some great ideas. The graphic designer at the LPGA did an amazing job in kind of bringing my vision to light. And Roberta and we wanted to, definitely have more meaning behind the hoodie. And she came up with the idea to, what can we do? What charities can we, donate all the proceeds to? So we decided to open an online store, and all the proceeds will go to 2 charities that are very special to Renee Powell. She's our, second Black player on tour, and she has dedicated her whole life into increasing diversity on our tour. And these 2 charities, one of them is a grant in her name, the Renee Powell Grant, which is a need-based grant to get more girls of color into the game of golf by providing resources, providing, equipment, just making it easier for them to get into golf, but also more importantly, stay in the game of golf. And then the second charity is a foundation that is extremely important to Renee Powell and her family, which is the Clearview Legacy Foundation. And all the proceeds that are bought through our online store, LPGA Pro Shop, will go to these 2 charities, which I'm so passionate about. And getting more girls of color into the game and staying into the game is something that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, we had Renee Powell on this series, Women Changing the Game, just a few weeks ago, and hearing her story, the legacy that she is building has been remarkable, Michelle. And the hoodie was such a brilliant idea, and the execution, you just absolutely nailed it. It sold out in 3 hours' time. And you mentioned that similar scenario that we saw with the WNBA and the hashtag orange hoodie, which was worn by the likes of LeBron James a couple of years ago, and consequently, their television viewership rose by 63% that year in 2019, and they added 13 WNBA games to its lineup. You sort of touched on it, but why do you think these viral moments can be so powerful?
It's so powerful because it's a really easy, like let's say a hoodie, for example, the WNBA hoodie, hopefully this LPGA hoodie. It's a really tangible item. It's a really easy item for everyone to kind of get on board with. You wear the hoodie and it automatically, when you wear it, it shows that you support our tour. It shows that you support women's sports, and it's kind of like, I guess, like a subconscious thing. When you wear it, you're like, oh, the LPGA. You're like constantly kind of think about it. And it was the instance for me for a WNBA hoodie. I got gifted it and I started wearing it. I started posting about it. And now I'm like, wait, I don't know anything about the WNBA. I want to learn more about it. And then I started to get into it. I have a couple of friends that play in the league, and just kind of seeing their stories and everything. I got pretty interested in it. And it was really the hoodie that initially got me interested in it. So hopefully this hoodie will allow existing LPGA fans to wear it and be proud that they're LPGA fans. And hopefully this will increase participation and viewership, and overall just people getting into women's sports and supporting women's sports.
Everybody loves a hoodie, especially when it's tie-dyed. But also sort of just within the game of golf, I mean, you're obviously really good friends with a lot of the guys out there on the PGA Tour. You and JT often shouting each other out on Instagram. How much of an impact does it have when stars of the men's game publicly show support for the LPGA?
Oh, it's huge. They're excited to get their hoodie. And what's funny is that all the PGA pros, everyone I've talked to, they are so impressed with how we play. They're so impressed by, the shots that LPGA players make, and they want to see more of them on TV. And I think this hoodie is just a fun way for them to show their support. It's just super easy. Obviously all the proceeds are going to two really great causes. But I'm excited to see who's going to wear the hoodie on social media. We dropped the second drop 2 days ago, and it already sold out. So we're hoping that people are going to stay patient with us as we continue to restock the hoodie, and we're just so excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, so are we. I mean, here at Golf, we can't wait to get our hands on one. I'm telling you that now. But kind of away from the hoodie and looking at your year, it's been a huge one for you. Obviously, your return to competition at the Kia Classic after 21 months. Now, you were greeted with some tough conditions out there, but you had some amazing moments. Describe that week for us and just the emotions of being back inside the ropes competing.
It was fun. It was hard, though. I mean, the first day, and if you watched the broadcast, you would have seen it. But it felt like playing at the British Open in my debut, and I was definitely not prepared for that. At one moment, I forgot how hard it was to hold the umbrella, to do the yardage book, and I thought my caddy was holding the umbrella, so I let go. But it was the wind really took the umbrella, so I was just really rattled overall. But it was a really fun week. But it was difficult though too. I mean, I wasn't prepared for how hard it was going to be for me mentally to be apart from her, I guess. And it was just hard because over the last 2 weeks I just reflected, and I struggled for a couple of days because I felt like I just did everything at 50%. I felt like, when I was out there, I wasn't really out there. I felt like I was doing things at 50% when I was at home. I was so tired from my round, and, being with her, I felt like I was being a mom for 50%, so it's something that when I talk to my friends who went back to the workforce and went back to being a working mom, it's something that's tough. It's something that, that I wasn't prepared for, but it's getting easier and easier. And I know that this is something that I'm passionate about. And I know that my baby will want me to do something that I'm passionate about. But It's definitely it's been a adjustment, but I'm, so grateful that, our tour has such great maternity leave and I have the opportunity to come back and, my status was secured. So overall, just feeling really blessed about everything and excited for the next event.